My name is Maya and welcome to my channel. So, how are you all doing? Let me know in the comments below. If you ask me, I'm doing really well. Actually, my classes have already started and I'm already doing a lot of assignments and projects are coming in. So far, so good. Let's hope for the best. Now, getting into today's video. Have you ever had the question, how to improve yourself? Well, don't worry, because Geeta answers you. Our answer lies in the 6th chapter, 5th verse, and the verse goes something like this: Udaridatmanatmanam natmanam avasadhayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhur atmaiva ripuratmana. The meaning of this verse goes like this: let a man lift himself by his own self alone, and let him not lower himself, for this self alone is the friend of oneself, and this self is the enemy of oneself. I have also written this small note by the side saying lift yourself by your own self, which is pretty cool and is basically the whole essence of this verse. Before we get into actually understanding how to improve yourselves, let's just go back and look at the reasons why there's a big deviation between who you are and who you want to be. We almost have this dual personality. You know, one is the ideal self of yours and the other one is the actual self, that who you are and who you act to be. The reason why there's this vast difference or this dual personality is actually our mind. So what happens is, we know what to do and what not to do. We have our conscience which tells what's right and what's wrong. But then sometimes our mind, it's very funny that it tricks you and it takes you away from perfection. So the reason why there's a difference between the ideal self and the actual self is the mind. You know, it reminds me of the science concept of ideal gas and real gases. You know, there are some difference in properties, and that's why there are no gases that are actually ideal. It's just a theory concept, and the real gases don't act as ideal gases. They act as ideal gases only under certain circumstances. So the case is very similar with our own mind. We have our ideal self and our actual self. Now, the difference between the two exists because of the properties of the mind. And the mind is the reason why we are far from being perfect. As long as we are enslaved by the mind and the projections of the mind, we can never truly reach our ideal self. You know, it gets funnier when sometimes we are so blind to our own imperfections and we take ourselves to be ideal individuals. The first thing that you should be doing is to be aware of this dual nature. And the second thing is to understand that it's not you, it's your mind. So remember to mind your mind. Now coming to the important question, how to improve yourself? So when you look into the meaning of the verse, Lord Krishna says that you have to lift yourself by yourself. You know, Lord's grace, scriptures, the teachers, they all play a very important role in your evolution. But the only person responsible for your growth is you. So you need to take that responsibility in your own hands and take actions in order to improve yourself. So that's what the Lord says. Lift yourself by yourself. Life is like a training course. You could be that diligent student sitting in the first row and taking notes and trying to improve yourself. Or you could be that not so diligent student who's distracted and enslaved by the mind. And for them, there is no real progress because that person is not open to improving themselves. One important aspect of improving oneself is constant introspection. So what I suggest for all of you is to take some time to analyze your day at the end of the day. You know, even when you're on your bed, lying down and relaxing, just go through your day and think of situations where you did act well, and think of situations where you didn't act well and deviated from your ideal nature or ideal self. Once you realize the small changes that you need to make, start taking actions in the right direction. Small actions every day would make a very big impact in your life. Another important thing that you need to note is that you need to keep progressing and not fall back. Once you realize that you are making a mistake, you need to take right actions. Plus also make sure that you're not going back into the previous ways of being and doing the wrong things, which is very important. Towards the end, it's mentioned that self is your friend and your enemy. So what does this mean? A quick analogy for you. Think of a friend who is very good to you and who's a well-wisher of yours. Now, if she sees you doing something wrong, she would come to you and tell you not to do that, right? So if you are open to growing and being a better person, you would consider that friend of yours as a good person and actually accept that you were wrong. But imagine in the same scenario and you're not willing to accept that you're wrong. Then you would be thinking, oh my god, why is she poking her nose around in my business? And she becomes the villain, though she was actually trying to help you out. Similarly, you have a higher self and a lower self. If your lower self is open to improvement and evolution and growth, then it can be influenced by your higher self and both of you become friends. But if your lower self does not want to be changed or is too enslaved by the mind and does not want to improve at all, then you won't be open to the suggestions the higher self makes, and therefore the higher self would appear to be your enemy. In short, if I had to summarize this whole thing as to how to improve yourself, I would say lift yourself by yourself. And how to exactly do that is by constant introspection, finding out where you are making mistakes or where you are deviating from the path of righteousness, then take actions in the right direction. Also, be open to the influence of the higher self, which is your guiding light. It's your friend, not your enemy, as long as you're open to the suggestions it has to provide for you. That's all for today, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to go ahead and click that thumbs up button. And if you like the videos that I put up here, then you can subscribe to my channel. That would be so great. And you can also follow me on Instagram. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.